Come to Denbigh today to do the fourth reveiling of the H.M. Stanley sculpture, which is in the square outside the library in Denbigh, because we don't think that there should have been made a memorial to Stanley which is seemingly uncritical and in fact heroic, when Stanley was very much involved with exploitation and cruelty in the Congo. I'd already thought about making some kind of metaphorical condoms for other imperialist statues that I'd seen and politically was against. And when I heard of this statue being built, I signed the original petition which was against the building of the sculpture. When I heard it was going to go ahead, I was reminded of this virtual sculptures which I had been making photographically, and thought that this was a very relevant opportunity to make a real rubber condom for this sculpture, to both reveil it instead of unveiling it, to cover it up, and as a protest against it being there in the first place. I had a red inner tube, and the form that the sculpture takes is of Stanley offering his hand to be shaken and saying "Dr. Livingstone," I presume, for the probably mythical meeting of Livingstone and his finding by Stanley when Livingstone was apparently lost. So he's holding his hand out, and in the Congo, the overseers of the rubber collectors would take hands from people who hadn't brought in their quota of rubber from the forests. So they cut their hands off, or sometimes the hands of their children, so that they could still work. And they would collect baskets of these hands as trophies. So it seemed to me to have a red hand, both symbolised the hands that were cut off, and also like a red hand of guilt. And using rubber was particularly appropriate because the exploitation in the Congo was for the collection of rubber, where hundreds and thousands of people were killed and maimed and starved, forced into slavery to collect rubber from the rainforests.